Beautiful Sunday. Last day for a fun day. You already know here in Killer Cali, nice sunny day, clear skies, kind of warm. Beautiful Killer Cali weather. Beautiful, beautiful. This is the weather that people be talking about. But what's the talk of the town? What's the word on the curve? You heard. What's everybody getting themselves into on this Sunday afternoon? Decided to hop on, see what's cracking. Oh, and to tell, I have released another video on this channel, right, about politics. So if you guys are interested, go check that out. Little Rich, nice sunny day. What's good, my boy? What's cracking like in carnal? What you getting yourself into? Oh, I see you got the AK DJ going on. That's right, my boy. Shit, that's some chingon shit right there. You know, some of my favorite beats and shit that I like in beats is actually the scratchers. You know what I mean? The just the scratching going on. I think that shit's dope. You know, more on the boom bap beats, right? Like when they throw them on those, that shit's like clean. See, that's the kind of beats I dig. That's the thing that I like when they add instead of like adding bells and whistles and shit like that. You know, that these more modern day individuals like to do. Just posted up here. Utah, that's right. Shout out to Utah, bro. Should be cracking over there. I actually get a lot of homies hitting me up from Utah. I get actually a lot of supporters from Utah. Like a lot of carnales and camaradas and all that. See, I like DJing EDM. Orale, that's right, that's right. I feel you, I feel you. Shit, back in the days, DJing shit was like really, really on top, right? You know, you had to have some real skills on that motherfucker. New Mexico is definitely up in the house. That's right, 505. Definitely supporting and representing. I'll be going to raves and stuff. Oh, serio? That's right, homie. Damn, so you definitely living it up, homie. Because I know those should be cracking. Those should definitely be cracking, bro. Them motherfuckers definitely know how to live life. Shout out to New Mexico. I be seeing that they have some rappers that be coming up too, bro. You know, that do like Chicano music, right? They're just clean. You know, a lot of talent. It's a different atmosphere for sure. Yeah, I feel you, bro. Like probably like just people just wanting to live life instead of wanting to kill each other. You know what I mean? Instead of like hating and plotting and conniving going on, people are just enjoying life. I feel you 100, bro. Have you ever been to Long Beach? And if so, how was it? Yeah, I've been to Long Beach plenty of times. It's actually not that far from my house. It's probably like from my house to Long Beach, I probably like a 10-minute drive. You know what I mean? Only one freeway. The freeway's just right there. Bam, you know? Um, Long Beach is nice. It's just like any other area around here. You know, like, wow, it's kind of hard to explain because how I'm from these areas, I really don't see the difference from area to area, right? Because the areas are all similar, right? I mean, they have their sights to see and shit like that, right? But yeah, it's pretty much kind of like, it's all the same around here. Well, at least to me, right? Like all the cities are just similar here around here. Cause I'm telling you, it's not that far. It's just like literally like, 10-minute drive. I could bike it from my house to Long Beach and probably get there like in fucking, I don't know, like 20 minutes on a bike. Walking maybe like an hour. Maybe less than an hour. Depends how slow I'm walking. But yeah, it's similar to any other area around this, place. You know, It's ghettos, it's nice parts. You know, it's gang violence, obviously. I'm just chilling at home right now. I didn't want another special event out here called Puppy Fest, and with my friends yesterday again. Oh, that's right, my boy. That sounds like fun. That's right, homie. Yeah, living it up as you should. It's just differently. It's just peaceful and good vibes. That's my getaway. I feel you, bro. Sometimes you gotta escape the bullshit, because if not, that shit will take you under. And the only thing I did today was some Mickey D's. That's right, breakfast. Man, bro, when I go to the Mickey, well, I don't know how it is over there, but when I go to the Mickey D's over here in breakfast, bro, the line wraps around the building like 3 times, bro, and we ain't trying to do all that. Like, the fucking line will be to like fucking Egypt, bro. I'm just like, damn, bro, that shit's crazy. Yeah, but that shit will be packed up. Always. Never fails. Órale, feras, vato. That's right. Eso es todo, carnal. We like to eat. Salvation is a free gift. Y'all come to Jesus. Thank you for the invitation. No, but yeah, that should be packed. Simone? Well, yeah, bro. I mean, that's why there's food. We gotta devour it. Everybody trying to get their morning fix. Serio, bro. I'm just like, that shit's crazy, though. How many people eat that shit for breakfast? Me, see, I'm a little bit more different. I really don't do breakfast all that much, right? Like, I really don't deal with the pancakes and all. Like, for me, like, breakfast is like a fucking burrito or some tacos. Like, that I could eat for breakfast. Like, I just can't do pancakes and all that. I'm not too much of a fan of all the breakfast stuff. Like, for breakfast, I like to eat like some tacos or a fucking burrito or a hamburger. Oh, that's not breakfast, though. It is for me. I went a good time when I was in the crowd today at the time. All right, that's right. Honda. Honda. The one that we could afford. My McDonald's has a double drive-through. What the fuck? Damn. That's cool, bro. Why don't they fucking design McDonald's like that over here? Yeah, that shit will probably speed shit up or slow it down. I don't know, depending how you see it, right? Depending how fast the workers are there. No, actually, yeah. They should do that over here, bro. I have never seen a McDonald's with double windows, bro. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've seen restaurants with double windows, like Alfredo's. Alfredo's has a double window. Fucking In-N-Out, Rallies. There's several spots, but I never seen a McDonald's with a double window, though. I'm a French toast type of homie. That's right, carnal. French toast is good, but like I said, I prefer like spicy Mexican food for breakfast. Hi, Shadow Look. What's good, low key? What's cracking like it, my boy? Eso es todo, carnal. Yeah, but that's just crazy. Oh shit, yours McDonald's has one too? Damn, bro. See, y'all living in the future. Them motherfuckers need to give these motherfuckers some tips. Because aren't they like franchise? It's franchise, no? The McDonald's are franchise, no? Fucking need to kick their game up. They remodeled it like 2 years ago. Órale, eso es todo. Yeah, that's what they need to get on. They need to get with that shit over here, bro, because there's all kinds of people up in this bitch. Because you already know, right here in these surrounding cities, you don't see no houses. You see nothing but apartment, one house, apartment, one house, apartment. And that's how these cities are all like that, bro. It's nothing but pure fucking apartments, and you'll have a few houses scattered here and there. But other than that, there's nothing but pure apartments, though. It's rare that you get a street where there's actually, like, several houses in them. It's mostly pure fucking apartments. And each apartment probably has, like, 15 motherfuckers living in it. And I wish I was lying, but I'm being dead serious. It's a one-bedroom apartment. You have, like, a family of, like, 12 living up in that bitch. Or 14 or 15. Some even more. So that's pretty much how it is. Like in my neighborhood, maybe in that whole entire fucking block, there's probably maybe only like 7 houses total. and the rest are just fucking apartments. That's when people be like, hey, how the fuck is it that these gangs get so large? Well, there's nothing but fucking apartments up in this bitch. You know, shit. Fucking unit of like, fucking each apartment building holds like about fucking like 400 people, bro. And you just got them back to back to back to back. And all people, you know, who have to be working all the damn time and no one to take care of the kids. All the kids, you know, getting together and playing outside. Eventually those little kids grow up, bro. And then riding bikes becomes no longer fun no more. And then they start getting into some other shit. And when nobody to supervise them or fucking tell them anything, they run fucking wild out there. If you were to leave a house full of kids by themselves, unattended, what do you think is gonna happen when you come back to that house? You already know they were gonna be doing shit they weren't supposed to be doing. Probably not making the best decisions, and shit will probably be fucked up by the time you get home. If you just have a house full of like random, you know, kids with no adult supervision, what do you think is gonna happen? You know? You know, it's just common sense. You know, kids are not really gonna make the best, you know, choices. You know, separates kids from adults. You know, you as a 30 or 40-year-old will make smarter and better choices than you at your, you know, when you were a teenager or your early, you know, 20s. You probably won't take as many risks now, right? Like how you did before, and your temper's probably better now than what it was before. You get what I mean? That's crazy when people can't even like put all that shit on the table. Like, you know, you make better choices now than when you did when you were younger, bro. You know what I mean? Chilling at the waiting to start class tomorrow. Oh, that's right, my boy. So es todo. Hola, hello. Is it like Salt Lake City too? Shit is getting crazy, homie. Oh, damn. Well, yeah, you know, people move to these other areas, right? Because the other areas become cheaper than living out here, right? So now you get all these motherfuckers going out to these areas that are more affordable. These areas start to become like over here. I'm telling you, they never fix the problem by, you know, how could I say, gentrifying the areas and shit like that, right? Because all they're literally doing is just moving these broke, troubled folks to other areas. And then those areas get fucked up. And then they start to fix those areas. And then those people go now to another. And that's all they're doing, bro. They're just moving the trash from one place to another. They're not fixing the problems, though. Like, at one point, when Palmdale Lancaster became affordable, what happened? All these motherfuckers went over there, and guess what? Now you have so many fucking gangs in those areas. What's gonna happen when you know, have an area that has low income housing? So meaning already that those people struggle, you know, to get by. And when you have families in the struggle, you're gonna have kids growing up seeing this struggle, and they're gonna be growing up, you're seeing life in a different way than most folks, right? Because let's face it, you know, the ghetto areas are the ones that get, you know, fucked more, bro. It's like the schools, like, for example, the school unions, right? The LAUSD has the school union, right? So they're union. So pretty much what happens is that in unions, people really don't get fired, right? Like, let's say when you have a bad worker, right? Basically what happens is that all these, I guess roughly you could say, not all that great teachers, not the best teachers, right? They get sent to the ghetto schools, the low income housing schools, the schools that, you know, that are in the ghetto, bro, that's, you know, in the struggle. That's where they send all the stupid teachers or the whack teachers or the teachers that really don't know how to teach. That's where they send them. They don't send them to these nice areas and these where people are paying, you know what I mean? Nah, they send them to these fucking whack ass areas. So now you're having a bunch of kids learning from fucking teachers who aren't really good at their jobs, right? And law enforcement always feels like the people in the ghetto are doing something when they're not even doing nothing. So now you have law enforcement harassing these kids who aren't even getting educated all that well by these teachers that suck. And now they at home and their family's always struggling, ain't shit to eat. And so what happens to parents when they're struggling and there's all these bills and their jobs ain't really paying them? They're more frustrated, so they are shorter temper, so they have more of a temper. They're more aggressive because of the stress of everything. And so what's they gonna take it out on? On this troubled individual, no? So then obviously you're not painting a good situation for these individuals. And that's crazy that society can't see that shit and be like, no, we all have equal opportunities here. It's all the same playing field. And then to top it off, we don't all have the same, mindset either, bro. Some people could handle problems better than others, bro. Not just because like you yourself could, fix your problems and, you have it in you to overcome obstacles. Some people just need help, bro. Not everyone has the same strong, willpower that you do. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with that either. Like I said, everybody has their goods and bads to them. Fish could swim, bird could fly. Fish can't fly, bird can't swim. And that's fine. They have their strengths, they have their weaknesses, and it's all gravy. And that doesn't apply just to them, but like in society. Maybe you're better at learning than this individual, but this individual's better maybe at fixing cars than you. So you know what I mean? Everyone has their strengths and their weaknesses. So to try to make everybody in the same playing field as yourself, or try to put everyone, just because you were able to do something and now you're expecting these people to be able to do it too, is ridiculous in itself. Like, hey, I grew up in the struggle and I turned out, bro. That's good for you, my guy. I applaud you. Are you rubbing it in? If I could do it, everyone else could do it. Well, Michael Jordan could dunk. Can you dunk? No, he can't. No, oh, okay. I'm just saying because he could dunk. And he's human. So I figured you're human, so maybe you could dunk too, but I guess not. That's different. He was born athletic. So maybe you were born. Come on now, my guy. Also, people are born with more, with stuff that, to overcome things more than others, right? Maybe people are born with these talents, huh? Because it's not always all just physical. You know that you have some kids who are born and they'll be like 12 years old already graduating from college because they just could learn so well, right? The prodigies, right? These young youths who are graduating colleges already. Yeah, because people are born with talents, bro, and it's not always just physical. It's mental too. Okay. Keep that in mind next time you want to judge people. This is going to sound so stupid, but how are people able to afford living in Southern California? It's so expensive. People could afford to do it like I do it, right? It's not easy, right? Here's the problem. What happens here is that people want to live more than what they could afford. You get what I'm saying? Like people literally drown themselves in debt or always, look to get stuff that they really probably shouldn't, because, financially they're just not stable like that, right? So they want to live more than what they make for whatever reason. My family, we live fine, bro. We live fine and, we don't have jobs like that and stuff like that. But I don't ever try to play it off or act or try to live higher than what I make, bro. You get what I mean? But these fools want to live higher than what they could afford. That's the problem. Because the internet paints it like that. Everybody sees everybody kind of like being their own boss and having everything, whatever. And they wish like, man, I wish not even, taking into consideration that maybe this shit is all a show and facading and stuff. Right. So then it gives these people the illusion that like, man, why can't I have that? Why can't I do that without having to work and shit like that? Like to do the least as possible and just have it all. Right. That's what gets people to start complaining and complaining. We don't know whether he's Arab, black, or Chicano. You look black. Oh, if I don't know. No, I know what I am. Maybe you probably don't know what I am. And even if I was black or Arab, what's wrong with being those? I'll be prideful at whatever the fuck I'm born as. The developers no longer build side to side anymore. No. Serio? Say Sue? In the AV area, we both LA-based gangs, homegrown gangs. Yeah, bro. It became the struggle. Saludos, tap in from work, my boy. You working? Simon Carnal, you already know. That's all we ever doing. Fly fish can't fly. They jump. They glide. They jump and glide. Glide's not flying. You know, kind of like the flying squirrel. This not flying, it's gliding. Because they can't go up. It could only like glide down. I mean, it looks like it's flying, right? But it can't soar. That's what separates the two. Like once you see the fish stay in midair, stay in the air and travel, then they're flying. You know, kind of like a gliding plane doesn't really fly either. Why they give it the name flying in the titles, I have no idea. I think people are confused what the what flying is. Or maybe it just sounds better than gliding, like to name it the gliding fish. Ducks, they can do both swim and fly. No, but see, ducks can't stay under the water though. They have to come up for air. A fish could stay under the water as much as possible. You know, like a duck could dive, but it really can't swim though. Like it can't stay down there swimming. It has to come up for oxygen. You know what I mean? Kind of like a whale too, because whales they just or killer whales or dolphins or whatever, how they just keep coming up and up. So they're not really just traveling under there, right? Because they have to come up for oxygen. Well, these fools they could just chill at the bottom of the water and just sleep, and they got to do all that. These fools can't do all that. I mean, they could attempt it, right? But you already know if they stay down there for too long, they die. A fish won't die. You know, same way like the ones that could glide. They could glide, but they can't stay in the air. A bird could stay in the air. I mean, they could come close. That's close, right? But being close is not the same. I agree. Wow, attending school, I had something called a IEP plan because every young age I was with ADD attention to. Yeah, but a lot. Yeah, before they used to, you know, well, I'm not saying in your case, but they used to. They really didn't diagnose people right? Because the knowledge that we had back then wasn't, you know, like how we are now, right? A lot of stuff, you know, people were misdiagnosed or people, you know, seeing things a certain way and just it's different. It's seen now differently, right? And that's all because you know, like we learn as we go, right? Now our knowledge, right, of the human brain, right, and all the research that we have now is way better than then, right? So obviously we have more of a better understanding of situations now than before. And the fucked up part is that a lot of people before used to be getting medicated when in all true reality they probably didn't need the, you know, all that, right? And it probably just made their situations worse. But you know, that's the thing with science, bro. You know, like you know, have some stuff that's correct, and you know, that's just pretty much how it goes, though. Frogs, they live in water and on land. Yeah, but that's no longer a fish or bird, though. But imagine, look at them. They have that talent. They have that skill. And you know what's crazy too? Every animal has their skill, right? Like, insects. Even though they become prey to other, animals, right? They have like defense tactics to them, right? Some are poisonous. Some have like these, designs that makes them look, more ferocious or bigger, right? Like to think like it's so incredible that they're born naturally to have these abilities to counter these these other creatures that have, their skills to them, right? Like their sense of smell or whatever, or their teeth. It's like they're born to be able to adapt to the environment, right? It's crazy. Because of animals, studying animals is the reason why we're able to do all the things as humans that we're able to do, right? Because they inspired these ideas, like flight or, submarines and all that. From just looking at nature. I mean, shit. That's how, we came to the idea of gravity, right? From the apple falling. You'll be surprised, how much you can learn just by observing life. What hood are you from, G? I'm from Radford Street. You play Call of Duty mobile? I don't play it as much. My kids play it more than I do, right? But yeah, Simon. I play it occasionally from time to time. I prefer it on the PlayStation, right? But yeah, my kids are all into it, right? That's why I have it on my device. My son be like, "Can I see your phone, Dad?" He has the phone more than I have the phone. What are your thoughts on forgiveness? Is it necessary to move on, or is the idea of society forcing us to believe? I don't believe so much that it's because like society says that you have to move on. You don't have to do anything you don't want to, right? Like if you want to forgive somebody, is true forgiveness. True forgiveness is when you're truly forgiving this individual and not doing it because you're pressured by society, pressured by, a loved one, or because that's what you're being told to do, right? True forgiveness is when you truly, you yourself come to the decision of, wanting to forgive this person and not because you're being pressured to, right? Because then if you do it like that, you're not really forgiving them. You're doing it because you know, you're caring about the opinion of these folks or whatever. So you're not really truly forgiving them. You're only pretending to forgive them, right? So that's not real forgiveness, right? Or that's not what forgiveness is. Forgiveness has to come from you and you yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like when people are crazy when they say that this person has to apologize to, the world. Like, why? He only has to apologize to the victims or to the people that the engagement happened between, not to everybody else. They have no part in this. They like to throw themselves into the mix, right? They like to fucking inject themselves into the scenarios, but brother, these fools doesn't know you. Not like when people were saying that Lucky has to apologize to people. Like, the fuck, Lucky has to apologize to Lefty. Why the fuck does he need to apologize to everybody else for? Oh God. You get what I'm saying? Like people like to inject themselves in fucking scenarios that have nothing to do with them. Like, oh, they owe the world an apology. He owes his victims an apology. He doesn't owe the world the shit. Like I said, the drama stays between individuals. It doesn't drag the world into it. Like, oh, I like to, like his family should apologize, or I like to apologize on behalf of my family. Like, why? What does your family have to do with what you did? Yeah, I get it. They raised you and whatever, but your actions, their actions, two different things, bro. can't blame the parents, like when it comes to this individual's action like that, right? About the crimes that were committed here. Yeah, they're partly to blame for this person's behavior, right? But at the end of the day, it's still the decision of this individual that he took it upon himself to do what he did. That's the difference when you break down when you're breaking down why individuals become the way they become, right? That people think that they're trying to justify the behaviors, right? But it's like, no, let's not get it twisted. At the end of the day, he still had to make that decision, and that still falls on him. Yeah, these people didn't raise him to be, the best people, but at the end of the day, he still has to take responsibility for that himself, including these individuals that are running in the streets. You know what I mean? Like, yes, these battles is what made you turn out the way you were, right? But at the end of the day, you were still the one that making the decisions out there when you're running and doing the shit you're doing, right? So don't take the breakdown as justification. It's not. But yeah, you have to, like, at the end of the day, you have to make these decisions, and you have to, only you know that if you mean them or not, or why you're doing it, right? But I feel what you're saying, that it's kind of like people feel like they're pressured to now be a certain way because of how society views the world, right? Or what's appropriate and what isn't, right? But at the end of the day, freedom. It's a free country, bro. So you get to, nobody gets to make them choices for you. Good episode, Gravity. That's another one. What? That people say it's not real? Like, have people not seen the experiments? Like, people don't even have to believe what people are telling them, right? Like, you can literally just do experiments yourself to, prove all this. But, like, there's experiments to prove how the Earth is a sphere, but these flat earthers just don't want to take the time, or maybe don't know how to do these experiments. And it's like, well, you could just research it. How do they send rockets up? With fuel? Just because gravity pushes stuff down doesn't mean that stuff can't go up. Force, right? You get what I'm saying? If gravity's so strong. Oh, like, you want me to break down, like, how gravity works in general when it comes to mass and force? Because now when we're talking, man, my lunch is already over. If you want, you know what? But next video is definitely going to be on this topic, because I think it's a fabulous topic. I think it's actually a great topic, because I would go into it, but my lunch is already over as it is. I passed myself 3 minutes. So it was good chopping it up with you guys. I'm definitely going to be dropping that video now, because I think that's actually a pretty good video. Probably people won't enjoy it, but I think it's an interesting subject. All right, ladies and gentlemen.